Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgimon and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga. And I'm here today to talk about Chainsaw Man episode 2. So let's talk about what happened in this episode. So to start things off, I think Aki's introduction to the episode was phenomenal. They nailed it perfectly into the anime, which I appreciated because the little fight between Denji and Aki in the manga was hilarious, and the anime really just nailed it out of the park too with Denji and the way that Aki was screaming and the voice acting was on point. I think that whole sequence was phenomenal. I thought it was great, and I'm very excited to see how much more we get to see of them going forward and the voice acting between the characters. And you get to see Makima's intentions with Denji and what she's going after, because right now the only thing you know about Makima is that she wants Denji to work for the association. And she tells him straight up, like, listen, you're gonna work for us, and if you disobey us, you're gonna be taken care of. So that gives you a little side of Makima's intentions. Like, Denji, he's nothing but simping for her, and as Denji, he's just happy that he gets to eat food and have this pretty girl all around him, constantly with him. So for him, he's like, oh, this is a jackpot. So like, they go to a restaurant, Makima feeds him some food, and it's a little wholesome little scene, and Denji's very happy because he's never had this in his life. Well, fast forward a little bit later, she tells him, like, listen, you're not gonna be working with me. You're actually gonna be working with another character, and that character was Aki. So we get to see Aki's introduction to the story, and just so you guys know from right off the get-go, for the anime onlys, all of you guys, Aki is my favorite character in the manga. So seeing him in the anime was very, very exciting because Aki's great, and you're only gonna see more of him as the story goes on. And to say that they captured Aki's likeness, when I thought about what he sounded like when I was reading the manga, I thought they nailed it. The anime voice actor did a phenomenal job. I think they really captured Aki's personality, as well as his no putting up with BS attitude, and nothing but props to the voice actor. So Denji gets to meet Aki, which Aki is gonna serve as his parental figure / legal guardian kind of thing, because what's gonna happen is he's gonna be the one that looks after Denji going forward, to Denji's dislike, because Denji thought that Makima was gonna be the one taking care of him, which obviously wasn't the case, and instead it's this guy called Aki. And right off the bat, Denji and Aki did not hit it off well at all. As a matter of fact, Denji keeps asking questions like, hey man, when are we gonna see Makima again? Hey man. And he keeps pushing him, and then Aki just goes, hey, come here for a second, and just fucking sucks the shit out of him. And the way they animated that, oh my goodness, that was beautiful. They really nailed the impact of that punch, and how Aki really was trying to knock the shit out of Denji because he was so annoying. And he tells him pretty much like, listen, if you're only gonna work for this association just because the girl you like, you're an idiot. People like you are the first ones to die. Hollow ambitions, like whether it's money or popularity or fame, you guys are always the first ones that die, and I've seen this happen multiple times. So Aki's just he's trying to look up to him, like he's trying to give him a little heads up, like, listen man, you do not want to join this, like there's nothing good that comes out of joining this, like. And Denji just says, I don't care, like, this is the happiest I've ever been in my life. I get to finally eat some meal, I get to meet a pretty girl that's been treating me nice, and screw you, man. So what does he do? He proceeds to just kick the shit out of Aki in his balls. And oh my goodness, that was phenomenal. I love that scene. They really capture, like I said, they really captured the magic of the manga. Aki's expression was on point with that of the manga, of his pain and suffering once he gets kicked in the balls. So then what proceeds is Aki and Denji fighting, and obviously Denji just keeps kicking him in the balls, and Aki's just fucking suffering so much. And then Aki's like, Jesus Christ, how many times are you ever gonna kick me in the balls? And Aki's just in so much pain from his precious jewels being kicked so many times by Denji. And Denji's like, as many times as it takes to knock you out. Or pretty much that's what Denji's doing. And then he just falls in the ground. He's like, ah. And yeah, that's the introduction to Aki and Denji. Right off the bat, they did not hit it off well. So that was pretty fun. You also get to see Power, and right from the start, I will just tell you guys from the beginning, Power is best girl. Everybody loves Power. I think power supremacy should be a thing. Power is great. Power is the homie. Power is best girl. Okay, right off the bat, Power is best girl. No competition. Makima here, down there. I love Power. Power is so precious to me. She For you anime only, she was actually voted everybody's favorite character in the popularity polls twice during the run of Chainsaw Man, the original run of Part 1, and she got the #1 place for fan favorite. So that goes to show how much Power is loved in the fandom, and I can't argue with them because I love Power. She's great, best girl, best waifu, maybe, perhaps to some, not to me, but I think she is best girl. She's just one of my favorite characters in the show, and I think she'll definitely be a fan favorite amongst the anime onlys as well. So yeah, you get to see her introduction, and she's, Denji, a second he sees her, he's like, oh, nice boobs, I need to touch them. So Aki earlier in the story tells Denji, like, do you even have a dream? What's your ambitions? And Denji's like, oh, you know what? I do have ambitions. I want to grab some boobs. So right now, confirm the main character's goal is to grab a pair of boobs. Which, yeah, if I haven't stressed this enough, I think this is definitely not your particular shonen. And it's definitely unhinged and very, very different if you're accustomed to other shonen series like Naruto and so forward. But that's what makes Chainsaw Man great. I think Chainsaw Man is great just because it's its own thing. You don't see this in the pages of shonen battle shonen like at all. So just seeing, our MC's main goal is to just grab a pair of boobs. That goes to show that shows the layers of uniqueness. But Makima hears it and she's like, melons, huh? And she's like, fruit. So that was pretty funny. I think that whole interaction with Denji and Aki was great. I love that. I love every single second of Denji and Aki on screen and their little dynamic between the two of them, because it's kind of like, the level-headed guy dealing with the absolute idiot of the group, and Aki just has to take care of him, and not just him, he also has to take care of Power. Yeah. So you get to see a little bit of Power. She does her little blood powers, which, if you don't know, Power is a fiend. She took over the corpse of a female, which is what you see Power look like. And she's the blood devil, and her power consists pretty much of controlling blood. So if you guys seen like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the blood bending, that's kind of her power as a whole. She can make weapons out of blood, as well as she can shoot, like, she just uses blood as a weapon. She utilizes the blood within herself or others to use as weapon, and that's pretty sick. That's pretty awesome. They go on patrol, and the first thing Power does is like, you know what? So we gotta take down this devil. Okay. She's battle hungry. She's ready to just wreck shit. She jumps up this building, fucking gets her blood mallet, which is awesome. And if you've seen the trailers, you know how this sequence goes. It looks great every single time. And she just makes a big ass mallet out of this, her blood. She cuts her wrist. She gets the blood out of them. Then she forms this huge hammer thing, and just one shots this devil. And it's phenomenal. I thought it was great. It looked awesome. It was funny, the human guy's like, oh, I gotta clean all this up now, and it's very gory. You see all that blood splatter everywhere, and yeah, that's the episode. They did make some differences. One notable difference between the anime and the manga was they took out the muscle devil and the little segment he had with Denji, which pretty much all it came down to was, Denji meets this little girl. This little girl's friends with this devil, and Denji thinks to himself like, oh wow, that's kind of like me and Pochita, so like, I should let them go and escape. So Denji's like, oh man, we're gonna be chased down. So Denji's like, you know what, let's run away, because like I know how you feel, man. I know what you must be going through. Then you find out that this devil was actually just taking control of this little girl and uses her as a pawn. And then the muscle devil lifts Denji up, and he's like, you idiot, I'm gonna eat you, I'm gonna kill you, you're so stupid. And then she's like, oh man, you think I'm stupid? Oh yeah. And then he just goes Chainsaw Man and wrecks him. So the muscle devil portion of the manga and the anime, I think it was, for pacing wise, I think you could take it out. It doesn't affect the overall plot. I read the manga, so I know the muscle devil does not play any significance going forward at all. So I can see why they took it out. They wanted to replace it with something that was more meaty and had bigger impact. So I can't complain. I think it was justifiable why they took out the muscle devil portion of the story. So no complaints from me in there. I might see some manga purists, have a little nitpick on that, but me personally, I didn't mind it at all. It served its purpose in the manga, but in the anime, I think that portion of the story served this purpose in the manga, but in the anime, I think they could have taken it out. Like it doesn't affect anything overall, and this adaptation doesn't have to be 100%. Fujimoto himself is overseeing the production. He was very involved with all the behind the scenes on this, so I'm sure that he was consulted about it, and he himself might have been the one to say, hey, maybe let's take this out. Maybe it doesn't fit too well with the pacing of this of the anime and what I want the anime to be like. So overall, I think the episode was great. I'm very excited to see, you know, more and more of the characters as they get introduced, because right now we got pretty much the squad. We got the trio. We got Aki, Power, and Denji, and those are going to be the three focus of the show. They're going to be the three main characters that are ones that are focused, and you know, they're just their chemistry alone is very exciting for me to see on screen, because you know, seeing them animated and their voice acting, their little banters that are going to have back and forward going forward, I think I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited to just see more Power, because like I said, Power, best girl, love Power. Power's awesome, and you know, I might go as far as to say she might be the waifu of the year. Who knows? I don't know. That's the question of the day for you guys. Do you guys put Makima over Power or Power over Makima? I personally put Power over Makima any day, but hey, you know, some people might feel different. So let's talk about it down in the comment section below. Which team are you on? Are you team Power or team Makima? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you're watching this, also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as comment down below. Who do you think is best girl of the show so far? Is it Makima or is it Power? You already know my feelings on that. And that being said, I think it was an overall great episode. I loved it from beginning to end, and I think MAPPA keeps solidifying why they're the best studio right now. With, you know, if last week was anything to show of how good this show is going to be, I think this episode really solidified, like, yeah, it's going to be consistently this good in animation as well as overall pacing and everything, which I'm very excited for. I love this show. I love this series. So the more we see of it, I'm very happy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Chainsaw Man content, as well as more anime and manga content going forward. But besides that, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more content in the future. But yeah, until next time, you guys stay safe. Peace.